Okay, we're going to be starting this session straight off the bat. I've got something interesting to go over. I started recording it so I can share it on YouTube with everyone else. Now the new candles just kicked in. So that's going to be fun to see what's going on with that. Let's start with the PowerPoint right off the bat. So welcome. This is the US New York Open session. Now the stock markets open up in 29 minutes. That's going to be fun, and we're going to be checking some stocks. The watch list and active trades is what's on our agenda for now. But we're going to be going over a lesson like we always do in these sessions. The lesson's important, but first let me introduce myself. Ivan, you know me. You're the only one here. Now, we have a really interesting trading day ahead of us. We have some kind of news coming out of the US, more specifically preliminary market manufacturing PMI and service PMI, and that should be interesting to see how that exactly works out, because the Eurozone has been horrible, and the US one should be bad too, because the manufacturing sector is definitely taking a hit because of what's going on with China. Anyway, moving on. Now, technical analysis is worthless without a complete understanding of psychology. Now, let me explain this. Behind every single winning and losing trade, behind buying and selling, fear, greed, risk versus reward, the past versus the future, the understandable without or the ununderstandable. Technical analysis is best used as a psychological tool to help us, me and you, the trader, to manage random price action movements and emotions associated with it. Not as a way to predict the future, but to help us understand what's going on. So in this, it should be done in this process. Psychology first, technical second. Now, I'll explain that in the charts, but the basic idea is this. When I said fear versus greed, many people, and that's the epitome of many losses in the markets. Now, let me explain that in a second. Fear is when you're winning and you have fear the market's going to reverse on you. For example, I'm shorting USD/JPY. It's going up, it's going up, it's going up. For the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, it's been basically going up, with this candle being the fifth. And this is the breaking point for me, because I understand there is a small contraction being built. So I learned now, after really going through some tough times and spending a lot of time on actually applying and fixing things, I understand that the fear side, and I've explained this lesson many times, the fear when winning is what cripples traders. Because what people do is they use fear and hope. Fear when they're winning that the market's going to reverse on them and their profits are going to become smaller, and hope when they're losing that the market's going to turn around. Now, we've got a great strategy for this. The basic idea is just switch the two emotions. So when you're winning, have hope that you're going to continue to win, but by gathering intelligence and scouting the charts and checking key levels, well, for me, it's using my complete system. And when those factors die out, we basically close the trade. Now, when you're losing, you remove the hope and you put in the fear that you're going to lose much, much more. And you basically cut your loss, even prematurely. So, psychology first, technical second. Let's move on. Now, watch list and trades taken. The active trades I've got running right now is USD/JPY sell, GBP USD sell, XRP USD buy, and Apple sell. But Apple seems to be opening up in pre-market a little higher. So let's see how that how that affects my trades. I'm in a profit, but I think it should continue lower. In regards to the actual session, what we're going to do is we're going to actually, for the watch list, we're going to create it together like I did in the morning session. So 5 FX pairs, 2 indices, 5 shares. So this is what we're going to scout, and 2 commodities. We're going to check these commodities and we're going to find something that we can actually trade. So let's start with active trades. There's XRP for you. It's looking solid. I'm expecting a push upwards. There's lots of reasons to go up. Firstly, we are at the key trading level. We're messing around with it. and I'm expecting price action to use the 30% and push upwards. Now my take profit first is up here. If I see more bullishness, I might move to the next level. GBP USD is looking really good. It just broke the 23.6 in the previous candle. We could see a little bit of upside, but I think we're going to be really pushing down to this black level here, 1.24000. That's where price action should be going, and it should get interesting from there. There is stagnation in the markets. The markets did get a little crazy in the EU session when Frankfurt opened for trading, and that was interesting, especially because of the data that was so bad. A bit more momentum came later when the euro stuff was out as well. You can see 50% TP being here, so I'm expecting that to be reached, but it might take a couple of trading days. The DAX shot right through our TP. We ended up reaching profit. It went great. Now we're waiting to see if there is any potential downside. So far, there is no indication. Draghi is speaking in 2 hours, or basically testifying. So we'll see how that works out. USD JPY is looking good. A small retest of this support here. Let me show you in the 1 hour. A nice little possible continuation forming here and approaching the 13 EMA even on the 1 hour. And using the support on the 1 hour of this level here. It's also been a support back in the past here. You can see that work well. And then here as well, and this gap down. So it should be good. I think USD JPY will start shooting downwards. I am selling it, and I'll continue to sell it. Apple, 1.3% down on Friday. Really good for me. I shorted it here, started going well. I didn't close the what's it called, the trade. Now it should be opening a bit higher, but I don't think it should be going above 221. So that's it for the watch list. For the active trades. What we're gonna do now, like I said, 5 FX pairs. Let's start up with the 5 FX pairs, and then we'll move on to everything else that needs to be done. So let's choose the Forex pairs. Not really randomly, but we'll check some majors as well. Okay, got a bit of a slower net for some reason. Okay, let's go with USD CAD first because of the oil stuff. It should be moving well. So I explained this in the previous session. We checked this. It was looking okay. There is a small channel forming here. But oil was showing me that it should go down. So this could go back up to the next level. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have no specific setup here that we will be trading. The key level is here. The next one is up there. So I think there could be a test of this blue level here, and then price action should start moving up. So that's the first one. Let's check GBP JPY. GBP JPY was showing me that it's creating a bit of upside movement, just so you guys know. Let me just show you this here. Possible little contraction forming. I'm not sure if it's ready or not, but it seems to be forming. So it's not at any kind of key level, either on the daily or on the 4 hour. You see that? This is an important level here for us. And aside from that, we have nothing else near price action. There could be a contraction here, taking this top and this bottom and drawing it up. It's looking okay, but this is something that I just need to continue monitoring. Now, Euro GBP does look good. Look at this. Yeah, it's working out. So there's Euro GBP. If you watch the morning session, I said that there is a high chance of it going down before going up. But the fact that it's coming back up here, I think the GBP is in for much more trouble. And this is the first trade I'll be releasing to the community. So this is the one. This is the one, the first one. So let me show you. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be targeting this key level here. It's 55 pips. And we'll put our SL right below price action. We'll zoom in, and then I'll explain to you why we're entering. Let me just do this quickly. We'll go down to the 1 hour chart to check for any kind of serious support level. So our risk reward is 1.95. Let me just, give me a sec. I just need to release this to the community, and we'll take it from there. And I'll explain to you exactly why we're taking this trade. So the entry is 0.88507. TP 0.89, 0.15, and SL 0.88, 225, giving us a risk reward of 1.9. So I just sent that out, and let me just execute the trade too. Okay, we are done. Now I'm in this trade. I'm going to explain to you exactly why we're entering. Firstly, we'll go to the daily chart, and I'm going to show you what we're looking at. We're looking at a major contraction here on the daily. It's looking really good, and the breakout is trying to occur now. Now, an important thing for you to understand based on how I draw charts, and this is really important. You see how I'm ignoring this candle here? Now, the reason I'm ignoring it is because price closed here and then continued here in the same exact price. Clearly, it should be here, right? So if you read the Japanese candlesticks books, you'll understand a little bit more what I'm coming to here. Now, we also have a possible reversal candle. Now, this is an important candle for me. After a strong downward move, when we have a low and a price action pushes to a new low and closes in the green, that's usually a strong indication for me, especially on the daily, that we are gonna see a reversal. Now, it's the trade is looking good. It's trying to break out of this. We are using this level here. Now, this level is based on the 4-hour chart, and it's using this resistance here and here. And then we have this one, which is done on the daily, which is using a major level here where we had a change in price, and the change in price went about 100 pips quickly. So targeting 50 pips on this is not bad. Even though there's a high chance it can come up here, I'm targeting this levels. I'll show you now on the next one. I'm targeting this support level here and this support resistance here. Right, on the daily, it's in much better, and it worked really well. So that's what I'm targeting. I'm not targeting yet the 50% of the contraction, which is this level here. And you can see I've already mapped it out. It was an important level on the daily. Here, we had a change in price, a rapid change in price here. So that's what I'm doing. Basically, when we have a change in price, you'll see that in the course, price pushes up, pushes down, creates a straight line on the Dogecoin channel, but a major move. I don't care about small moves. A bit bigger moves, such as this here. This is an important level too. So you'll understand this as time goes, but that's the first trade I've taken. Let's just shoot out the chart. Now I let it breathe as well because it just seems to be breaking out now. So I just let it breathe a little bit. Also, we've got this draggy stuff happening later, so I'm a little worried about the euro as a whole, but I don't think it's going to continue to tumble. So the DAX, I think, especially if it came back in this level, I think it could retest this support maybe, and then come back into normal trading, because nothing just keeps falling and falling and falling. I mean, it does, but not all the time. So what is that? How many pairs did we go over? Free, what's it called? FX pairs. Let's go over two more. Let's go over two more. Let's check AUDCAD. If you guys have any pair that you want me to check, just shoot it in the comments and I'll check it too. Let's clean this up. So AUDCAD looks like it did have a basic little contraction right there. But we want to see the key levels too. So it looks like there was a contraction and a breakout. If we go to the 1 hour, I think we could see a test of the 30% of the recent high low, which usually is a clear indication for us to go long. Yeah, so this is a clear indication to go long, but on this one, we are going to be targeting the 50%. So I'll show you now. So that's what we're going to be targeting. We'll set this in here just to see how far the TP is. Oh, perfect for a day trade. 40 pips. But let's go over the key levels as well very quickly on the 4 hour, just to make sure that we don't miss something out. I'm targeting this level here because price action reached here and couldn't really push up. So there was a lot of sellers and pushed it down. And then that same zone pretty much was used as a support when price action started on a bullish run. So that's quite important. Remember, these are key areas and they're not specific price patterns. So since we already finished the 4-hour candle, I'll use the stop loss and put it quite close. I'll put it at 15 pips, giving me a decent, almost 3-to-1 risk reward. Oh yeah, 3-to-1. So let's set this in and I'll execute the trade. One sec. So when I'm doing these sessions, I'm not going to release too much information. What is this? AUDCAD buy, entry 0.89851. But let me execute the trade first. Okay, done. I'm in. TP is 0.90315. RR plus 5. Oh, sorry, plus 3. And then we got an SL at 0.89. I see your message. I'll check it right now. Contraction, breakout, 30% support, targeting 50% of contraction. There it is. It's out. I've got a comment. AUD and ZD. Now this is one of my favorite pairs, just so you know. I made a lot of money shorting this a few times. So let's remove everything from here. Let's go over to the daily chart. This is the last FX pair we're going to check, and then we're going to move on to indices and everything else, and then we'll do the shares last. So this is our key level. I mean, it's clearly a bit down here, so I'm going to do it like this because of this here, the spikes. So I'll just put it a bit higher right there to add up to those spikes. So that's our key support level right there. Got a key resistance level coming up in this area here, but let's just check it well. Okay, on the daily, I'm not going to do anything else here on the daily because price is not reached. I mean, there is a support here, but it's not based on my pattern. So let's go on the 4-hour and check that out quickly. So there's a decent support right there, slash resistance. It's a bit higher from price. We don't have anything there. We've got this level here creating a double top. Bottom side we don't have. We have a sideways possibility of support right there. USD JPY is dropping a little bit better than before, so that's really good to see. Yeah, so look, there is no specific PM pattern here, but what I would say is if we break the sideways resistance, then I would say we're dropping down to 107.03. Yeah, 0.83. Because this is a major point of interest, and you can see it work as a strong resistance here and here. We had a breakout of it, never a retest, and just generally the AUDs has been just a bit too abnormally strong against the NZD. It really went up aggressively. So I would say that this should drop out of this and come right back down here, but I'm no guru, so yeah. If this breaks, then okay, the next point of interest is this. Generally, when supports and resistances break, there usually is a retest. It doesn't have to be right away, but it takes some time to happen. In this case, I think it would be down there because I don't see any other important area. We have a decent double top here, let's say, 2-time retest of the same level and then push down. Now, if we break the sideways support too, which has been a support since when? September 6th, let's say, 9th, even 6th down here. If it breaks, which it looks like it's breaking, it should drop right back down. Now, I don't know how many pips that is, but I'd say that's exactly where it's going, about 75. Of course, it shouldn't just drop straight away down. It trend a little bit, mess around before it comes right back down. So I'm done with the FX pairs. I hope that helped you. I'm going to go over 2 indices, and then I'm going to move on to 2 commodities. which let's start with two commodities. This is the one we looked at in the morning. It looked like a great sell. There is a continuation. There seems to be a breakout, but there is this key trading level that we mapped up on a daily. Remember, I've done these mainly on the daily. So we had a breakout of this continuation. I did say oil should be pointing downwards, but we need to just break out of this area here, this key support here at 58145. Now, when that breaks, I'd say that, yeah, sure. When we have a close below this, I'd say, yeah, we're in for some fun time selling WTI all the way down to 54.7765. And there is a clear continuation, and I would even trade this, but I want to break this close below it. So yeah, I want to see that, but it's definitely on my watch list. I've been checking it out for a while. Now I checked gold in the morning. I'll check this now, silver. Gold gave us nothing. It showed us actually bullishness. Let me show you. Let me just show you what it showed us. So it showed us a major support here. The drawing will pop up. There's a major support based on these two levels, especially on the 4-hour, and it's looking decent. It just broke this resistance level and should continue up. It could come a little higher, make a retest, but I hate predicting where the market's going to go. That's one thing I don't do. USD. So this one is coming up to, but this is a 4-hour chart. This wasn't a major sell-off area, as you guys can see. So it did come here, it did drop a bit, but then it just went right above it. So it's looking like it's going to come back to that level, or at least in that area. Remember, these are areas. I don't trade general price. So support and resistances are based on areas. So from the close to the highs, that's the area. And in this case, it's from there till there. So yeah, from those two, I'm looking at WTI. I need to mark that down a bit higher. So WTI looks really good. We'll move over to some indices, and in 7 minutes, the US market's open, and I want to see what's going on with Apple. So let's switch this off, and let's go to indices. I'm going to focus on more on the US side, so I'll check two indices. Let's go with US 500. This session is just light. I'm just looking to just do a bit of analysis and just see what's going on. So we'll go on the daily. We have this major resistance point here. We have a support right here. Now, keep in mind, again, I'm going to explain this, and this has to be understood. These are levels where price comes with force and then moves away quickly. They are the important levels for us. You understand? So like this one here, it came down here, but the range is this. Remember, it's from the close till there. I just don't want to dirty my chart far too much, so I just do it like this. So we got another one here. See price action touched here, and we've got that as a resistance, and we have many supports here. So this is a very basic way of finding things, but it fucking works. So yeah, I guess this is the range. It's enough on the daily. Let's go on the 4-hour. And we want to connect it with patterns and candlesticks to find something useful. The good thing is this is showing downside. So we are at a small support here because price did touch this and moved away with force again. I'll make it a bit thinner. So if this breaks, then the next point of interest would be this. We do have this level here too, right before it. But you can see price action, even though it closed here, the range was filled. So this here, and then it continued up. It's a very easy way of finding trades, extremely easy way of finding decent trade setups. The next one is up here. You can see price action reaching this level, trying to reach it again, going away here, and then dropping again. So I'll make this orange, and I'll make it a bit thicker because it seems to be an important level because price does move a lot in that area. And I'll get the bottoms of it too. There, just to be sure. So this one here, I mean, there's really not much going on aside from a possible sideways support here as well, and the possible upper side support, which might mean, but this kind of small contractions, you know, the move is not that big. It's just enough, you know. Let's say if it moved from down here or from down here, The 50% is somewhere here. So 0.53%. Great for a day trade. I mean, it can make you money. Get 10 of those, and you've paid your bills for the month. So that's the first one. I'm not going to focus on this yet. I'll keep it as on the watch list. It looks okay for either or, selling or buying. So if this contraction, let's say, holds, even though there could be a shadow till here and then close back above, or we might have to edit it a bit, we'll wait for this candle. 3 hours and 33 minutes. I'll have to wait. There's nothing I'm going to rush on this. And the next one is US 100, because I'm trading Apple too. I want to see what the tech side is doing and what is it preparing. See, it's looking on the downside. Check this out. I've had this analysis from before. See, on the daily, it's got a nice contraction here, coming off a key level 2. So let's see where the 50% of this contraction is. Right at this level right there. And that level is this support zone and resistance zone there. So ideally, that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to come back down, test this level again, because it has been a support and resistance numerous times. Support, fake out here, and then continue to drive it up. Resistance right there, resistance right there. So yeah, it looks like it's going to drop. This looks like a good trade, but I really don't want to overdo it with trades. For now, at least, I want to keep my conscience clean. I've got quite a few trades running. So I think that's more than enough for now. Now, we're moving to the exciting stuff from my side. It's the shares, stocks basically. Very fun to trade. There's Apple. Apple's looking like a good one. Minor contraction here coming to this key level and then coming right down. Apparently, it's opening up higher based on what investing.com is saying. It's going to be gapping up, but I think it could quickly gap down. But in any case, it's all okay. I mean, it's fine. We'll see how that works out. So US shares. I don't want to check the EU shares. I'll focus on the US shares. They're all closed, so I can't really check them because there will be gaps. Let's go on. Let's go and check some Germany stuff. So let's see what we could. Let's check Deutsche Bank. Let's check the. It's not open. I made a mistake. 1 second. I guess this one. Yeah, there it is. Check this out. Like, this is really fun to watch Deutsche Bank. Look at the pit and fall of Deutsche Bank. Its lowest low. It just reached its lowest low ever at $5. I mean, this huge German bank almost collapsed. Like, look at this. It went from all the way up there from the 80s in 2007, came back down to the 12th, tried to go away. Horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Very bad for the EU economy, but what to do? Anyway, we don't try and trade here, so we're just looking for clean cut profits on a weekly or a daily basis, and we're happy with that. So watch me do this. I'll just grab up the key trading levels, key support and resistance levels. There's a double bottom right there, a beautiful one. And we'll grab this one here. And that's basically where we are right now. So that's where price action is trading. Did it finish? No, it's still trading. So let's check this. So because the DAX has taken a toll and it's coming back down, oh, nice. It's testing this area here. It's kind of this trading a very similar thing here. But Deutsche Bank, the bank sector, is not looking too good. So fundamentals and everything is not on their side. I'd say that we could move lower. Now, there is no key trading level even on the 4 hour in this zone. So every time it came here, I mean, even it tried to go back down, it came up, but it still reached the bottom level. I'd say the fact that it's below here could mean that it will continue going down. Again, this is just education right now. If we find a trade, we'll grab a trade as we did. Yeah, nothing there. So let's check something else. Let's check something from the UK. Let's check something that's not a bank. Let's check BP. that's the problem with TradingView. You don't know which one to check. Is it this? So BP here is on my platform is trading at 5.1. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. So I'll show you that you can use this system with everything, with absolutely every single pair that exists in the books. See the close here of this candle adds up to this level here, so we'll just keep that one. Just the point here is we don't just rush into a pair because it's at the key trading level. We want to see something either from pattern, we want to see something either from, so like I said, either from, we want to see either a pattern, either a candlestick, or some kind of news coming on board, right? So that's what we want to be seeing before we enter a trade. Also, these kind of gaps in stocks are really annoying to do your charting on. So you really got to go down to the like shorter time frames and kind of find something there. So there isn't much here, but it should work out. Let's see. This is coming right to a key trading level as well. So we'll see how this reacts on that level. There is a sideways possible support. Again, you know, this technical analysis, when you do technical analysis, it shouldn't always be just to enter a trade. Think of it like this. A football player, basketball player, you know, whatever sportsman doesn't just go out and, you know, just starts playing football or basketball or swimming. These people train. And in fact, your charting should be training. You know, I chart the markets like 10 times a day, but I don't always look for trades because that's training for me. That's me going to the gym basically, or me going to the running tracks. It helps. It really fucking helps. And it's really important to do. So there's nothing here. We know there's a key trading level right there. Based on this level here, we had this gap out, gap down, and you can see price pretty much ranging in this area there. I'll just show you there. And then using it as a resistance. Clearly, I mean, I'd say that it could drop back down. We do have this support right there as well, where price shot down and then went back up, retested that area and continued up, making this top up here. But all in all, I don't see absolutely anything here. Now, the US market's open for trading. Apple is up 0.6%, which still keeps me in a profit. And that means it's testing the 13 EMA. Now, I'm going to switch off the German and the UK stuff because they're kind of boring, to be honest with you. Shares to trade, but the US ones are really fun. So Apple still in a profit. I'm really happy about that. That's a small move to the upside, testing the EMA. I still expect it to go down and I'll hold my trades. Now let's check out something else that's not tech related. Let's check out Boeing. Again, we'll go to the daily chart. We don't have to always do this, but the fact what I'm going is because I spotted this, you see, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful contraction right there and gap out of it. That's a grand slam home run trade right there. It's very nice. One sec. The chart load, but it looks really good. This is an ideal stock trade. So we got this top here. We bounced out of it. Let's find every other possible resistance level or support level that might interfere with our trade. There's one there, should be around the 50% almost of the contraction. We got this one there. Cool. We're pretty much done now. So there's no reason to continue charting. Let's see if any of the key levels add up to the resistance there. This one does, but it's not really a key level. Okay, so Boeing. I gotta be fast. I gotta be fast now because the market's just opened up. So 50% actually lines up there, not near this contraction. It's not that near. So we want to see what we should be targeting, 50 or 61. They're both lining up with some levels, but not really. So I need to execute this trade. Just give me a sec. So if anyone's trading, I need to do this uno momento. So the cool thing with share trading, what I like is even though my leverage is small, it's short. It's not big. It's 1 to 30. The margin required for me to buy one share is $68 because I'm trading with 1-to-2 leverage, I think, something like this. So, or 1-to-3, I think. Let me just check. So Boeing, leverage, 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 does it say? No, it doesn't. So yeah, I can, what I'm gonna shoot for here right now is, let me just open up this trade. So I'm gonna go for 20 shares. Yeah, 20 shares, okay. Right, so I'm in 20 shares. Now we gotta release this alert. We'll put our stop loss above this high here, and we'll target the 50%, giving us a 2.6. But you know what? Because it's Boeing and it's having problems, I'll go to 61, giving me a 3.1. 3.4 risk reward. Let's release that. But enter is 375.77. TP1 is 353.45. TP2 is 345.70. SL is 384.40. Risk reward at second. RR is plus 3.4. And I'll just release the details so you guys can hear them. It's contraction, breakout of key level, reversal candle at top. I'll show you the reversal candle right there. Right basically at the support. There it is, a beautiful reversal candle. And it's looking good. So the last time I took a stock trade, I bought American Airlines, AAL. And that took exactly 28 days to reach take profit. I'll show it to you and we're done with this session. So AAL, check this out. It should still have it. Yeah, there it is. There's the contraction. There's the 50%. No kidding. And I made a blog post about it. You can go on my blog and check it. I think I even made a video. So there's the 50%. Boom. Tutto finito. Profits were made. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow again in the next workshop. Again, remember, we're starting 1 hour later, exactly at the open of London. So that's 8 a.m. GMT, and then the next one starting at 1 p.m. GMT. All the links are on the website, in the Forex Factory forum, and in the Discord community. Guys, girls, thank you for attending, and thank you for watching if you're watching this, and good luck trading. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.